Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Hey, you beautiful Buccaneers, Falcore here. So following on from my last video about how endgame would look like in Sea of Thieves, let's just run over some more ideas. In the last video, we discussed the potential of having a leaderboard system within the game that was similar to the already present ledger system, but adapted to almost every activity within the game. This would give players the ability to continue to venture for goals even after their grind to Athena 4000. Oh wait, sorry, NDA. But that would essentially only be the icing on the cake to help push older players and potentially newer players to focus currently mostly dead mechanics, such as the world events, certain tall tales, and certain voyage types. But if an endgame were to be added, it would need to come with exclusive things to do for Pirate Legends. And beyond. Wait, beyond? Segway!
A nootropic energy and focus supplement. Designed for gamers and creatives. A brain-boosting nootropic packed with essential vitamins and minerals. It's 3 times more advanced. Improves the blood flow. Whoa, Jesus, enhances the life of a Jeez, wow. Beyond NRG energy drink. Do more. Be more. Go beyond.
Use creator code CAPTAIN10 for 10% off. Reaper's Hideout has always been a mysterious place, and 1 year ago it was added to the game and we were all hopeful for it to be expanded. However, it has remained as nothing more than an easy mode for people wanting to grind money. This ominous trapdoor that has remained stationary is definitely hinting to it opening one day. Could this eventually open up, leading to a future expansion of the Reaper's faction, similar to the Pirate Legend Hideout? Playing a certain song would open up the trapdoor, which would lead you to a completely different legendary hideout, with expanded missions suited to the pirates for all eternity. Speaking of legendary hideouts, Athena's Fortune and its respective missions are due an overhaul, and that's not speculation, that's fact. Developers have been working on a new way to expand the Athena missions for some time now. Whenever that will come out, we do not know, but when it eventually does come into fruition, I'm hoping that the missions in place will be something vastly different to what is currently in place. Something that the community would strive to obtain. Essentially the must-have voyage type. Not because of its reward, not because of its extra glowy cosmetics that can blind people from across the map, but because of the quests themselves. Something that you see someone else doing and think to yourselves, hey, that looks like really good fun. I gotta get Pirate Legend really quickly. And let's face it, these days you can pretty much get Pirate Legend over a weekend play session, compared to them old days.
And we didn't even have harpoons or emissaries, and our boom kegs didn't even have fuses.
Captaincy! Remember that? So this is something that at least one Karen always talks about in every single tweet or YouTube video the developers put out. For those who do not know, a captaincy update has been hinted at ever since the release of the game. To summarize, the captaincy update would essentially turn your vessel and your friends' vessels into a fleet of sorts. And when I say fleet, I don't mean an alliance server. Players can join the fleet, and although they may have a chance of being on the same server, that isn't where the idea is focused. Think of captaincy as a sort of guild. People can join your guild and fly your colors, and depending on your crew or your guild's actions, it increases the fleet's renown. Very much similar to the current season renown, but shared among a large group of players. However, the unlocks are ship and fleet specific, being able to not only deck out your ship in sexy new cosmetics, but also completely change the look of your ship to make it look even more epic on the horizon. But once again, just because I'm calling it a fleet, I don't mean a server alliance. Listen to the words coming from my mouth. Dungeons! This is something that I think would be great for endgame content in Sea of Thieves. A dungeon system very similar to that of MMOs. One of the main problems with the game at present is with all of its features and world events. The game is honestly struggling at times when a lot of people are active doing these events. This is mainly due to the Unreal Engine, the engine that the game runs on, being maxed out to capacity, and also due to the game having to be cross-compatible with 7-year-old technology. But if dungeons were to be added, they could be instance areas outside of the actual game server, which you and your crew could venture to take down encounters within that have a chance of getting unique loot and unique cosmetics. However, the loot itself would have to be something outside of the instance area, because as we all know, taking loot through a portal simply does not work. So the dungeon itself would have to grant the crew a quest item, such as a key, which would then have to be unlocked somewhere within the world. I mean, it's Sea of Thieves, after all. You can't have a pirate game without the chance of someone stealing your loot. But worry not, dear pirates. Endgame content is on its way, and the fact that it's so easy to get to Pirate Legend these days is testimony to its eventual release. They would not add something that only a small percentage of players could take part in, especially if Pirate Legend was as tiresome to obtain when the game first came out. But a little feedback to the developers. Whatever you add for us pirates to do, the ones that have done everything else in the game, please focus the drive to do it on the events themselves and not the rewards. We play the game for fun, and the cosmetics are just the icing on the cake. Your stats and your numbers might tell you that we all love doing these events, but we actually do not. We just feel as though we have to do them because we want those cosmetics. They're more of a chore rather than something to get out of bed for. Please don't take these numbers and these stats as a sign of something that we want to do.
Because we don't.